Good morning. My name is Arthur Rafferty. I am speaking on behalf of the Arthur Rafferty Foundation. Now, it is a word of warning to that so-called judge in the family courts at Legonside Courts. That judge who has abused, slandered and threatened my granddaughter and her baby son with arrest and jail by his chums in the corrupt RUC PSNI. My granddaughter has done no wrong yet. This person, in collusion with a so-called lawyer, now I use that word loosely, and a solicitor's office, have crucified my granddaughter for the past 2 years just to pacify a drug-dealing family from West Belfast. Now, I will be reporting that judge and his gang to the Lord Chief Justice Declan Morgan, and I expect him to come down hard on them. The so-called lawyer I have already reported for him taking part with his client in committing perjury against my granddaughter to the Bar Council. The chairman was Patrick Good, a Queen's councillor who is looking into the serious crime. A 5-year jail sentence goes with perjury. This family from West Belfast have slandered, abused, insulted not only my granddaughter but also her entire family. These people have used Facebook and Twitter to abuse, intimidate and run her character down. One member who works with a tire company on the Falls Road has gone out of his way to assassinate my granddaughter's character. I have got copies and I will be handing them over to the RUC and the Lord Chief Justice. And as a decent human being, I would not even attempt to repeat them. This coming from a so-called family man. Members of this family stole and burnt out my daughter's car. Woodburn Police Station was informed, but nothing was ever done about it. These people phoned my granddaughter at all hours of the early morning just to annoy her and her baby. Now, my granddaughter was to appear in court last week about these people making arrangements to have access to see the baby. My granddaughter, who is suffering from depression and low self-esteem, went to her doctor, who gave her a sick line so she could avoid going to court as the stress would be too much for her. And this judge and lawyer and that solicitor's office, by the way, this solicitor was supposed to be working for my granddaughter. What a joke he was. The judge, the lawyer and solicitor said that sick line from the doctor is not worth the paper it's wrote on, and the judges and legal people don't accept it, calling the professional doctor a liar. This coming from people who stealing money from clients, getting legal aid and doing nothing for them, like my granddaughter's case. These are the people that this judge, lawyer and solicitors are taking sides with. And I think my granddaughter and her son have taken enough abuse from these scum. And now, I think it's time for me to take over and solve her problems for her. If these people want access to see the baby, my granddaughter has arranged a centre in West Belfast, and she is still waiting on the 6 drug tests that the son of this person has to take before he sees the baby. My granddaughter wants confirmation in writing that these tests were done and passed. My granddaughter got a letter signed from that lawyer who perjured himself that she has to allow her baby to go to the drug dealer's house for a visitation. The letter was not typed but handwritten. My granddaughter has agreed to a centre that drug dealers, not that drug dealer's house. And again, my granddaughter was threatened with the RUC and that judge. As the solicitor as the solicitor has done nothing to help her, so she sacked him and has phoned legal aid to stop any further payments made to him. She has got another solicitor. She has also informed the police about this handwritten letter she has received from that lawyer. As I said early in my statement, it's time for me now to take over her problems. If that judge, lawyer and solicitor and that family that has abused my granddaughter for years, if they want to grow a pair and tackle me, I would say bring it on. I am willing and able. Let's see what you're made of. My first task now is to bring that client and her lawyer who committed perjury against my granddaughter. I will be putting pressure on the Bar Council for some action, and I will be taking that contact order, that handwritten contact order, to see if it is legal, as it is not signed and dated, and no confirmation whether the drug tests were carried out. Also, the person who wants access to see the child was over at the centre 4 to 5 weeks ago and spoke to the person in charge. My granddaughter was over at the centre on Saturday the 4th of the 3rd, 2017, and agreed with the person in charge, a Murring Yar, that the centre was first class and would be ideal for her son, and filled in all the necessary forms. Now, my granddaughter received the contact order on Saturday the 4th of the 3rd, 2017 at 2:30 p.m. My granddaughter was not told about this letter by her so-called solicitor and never agreed to her child going to that drug house. The letter states that my granddaughter has the right to appeal the amendment within 1 week. She only received the letter on the 4th of the 3rd, 17. These people held that letter away from my granddaughter from the 1st of the 3rd, 17, not giving her much time to act, as the courts and offices are closed on Saturday and Sunday. And for the mother to say that drug dealing son can see the child. My granddaughter has not received any notification that that drug dealer has took the 6 months drug test that he was supposed to take, and I, the grandfather, would like to know who wrote that final contact order to say that I must not be allowed to be present at any time. Well, let me tell you that no one on this planet will tell me not to see my great-grandson and how to look after his affairs. And I will be having talks with the Equality Commission and the Human Rights Commission to see if my human rights have been violated. Now, I suppose that Rule 5 of the centre put a stop to them using the centre. Rule 5 is any person arriving at the centre under the influence of drugs or alcohol will be asked to leave immediately and lose their place. My granddaughter has 3 weeks left on her sick line, and her new solicitor will be appealing that contact order. Thank you for listening to the Arthur Rafferty Show, and I will see you soon.